Ladies and gentlemen, attention please. We welcome you fight side as today we will welcome you to something brand new and something hopefully exclusive. Something I always hear Al Red Sox fan talk about and kind of enjoy what he does. He always looks at the possibility of battling like Sandy Koufax and Ron Guidry, Bob Gibson and Sandy Koufax. Well, what if you had a league made up of every franchise and their number one starter, and that's all you get in a game? One starter. So in this league, it will be the best franchise represented by their number one starter. And in this case, it'll be the 1978 Yankees taking on the 2004 Minnesota Twins. As today, it will be Ron Guidry to take on Johan Santana. I'll be managing the New York Yankees today. We have some great pitchers in this league, like Fernando Valenzuela, the 81 Dodgers, Bob Gibson in the 68 Cardinals. We're going to find out whose number one pitcher is the greatest of all time. There is no rest between starts, so every game they pitch, the number one starter will pitch. So it'll be one versus one all the damn time. We'll see whose bullpen can save the starter, and we'll see whose starting pitcher means most to the franchise. Hello, everybody, and this is the STM. And again, this is something new and something just I thought of, trying to do something different. MLB is back. Thank God we'll have that back within a month or so. But tonight we'll start off with 1978 Ron Guidry and 2004 Johan Santana. That was a difficult decision. Twins did have some good teams in their history. Not many Cy Youngs, but Johan Santana put together 2 or 3 great years in a row, including this one. And their offense was good and their team was good. So it could be a very scary team if Johan can make every start and see what he does. So here we go. Let's get this started. It's Yankees and Twins. Guidry for Santana, a pair of lefties. See if that makes a difference. But remember, these are stock teams. Let's do lineups hit them. It won't matter. This is Guidry's 25-3 team. Defensively, it'll be White, Rivers, Piniella. We're playing super advanced. We're gonna play with the fielding, but playing with advanced stealing. Everything else is super advanced-ish. There's no ballpark effects. There's no special weather or no kind of hitting results or clutch. It's going to be Nettles, Dent, Randolph, Chambliss, no injuries, Munson behind the plate, Guidry on the mound. There is nothing about overusage, so you're playing your best 9 starters. So whose 9 is better than your 9? It's kind of a West Side Story type thing. It's going to be whose gang is better than mine. In this case, it'll be the 78 Yankees, the 2004 Twins. For the Twins, it'll be Lou Ford leading off in center, followed by Christian Guzman at short, Torrey Hunter at center, Corey Koski at third, Michael Kadire at DH. I think it's Jacoby Jones or Jacques Jones in right, Matt LaCroix at first, Luis Rivas at second, and Henry Blanco behind the plate. Pretty good lefties in there. Guidry and Santana fight in every game. So we don't care if we blow out the arms of our starters. We're going to see whose number one starter is better than the other one. So here's Lou Ford. He'll lead off again. That's why we play these games to play sometimes the silliest of notions. So here's Guidry looking and gets a sign from Thurman. Here we go. Lefty-righty matchup and the pitch. And that's a 5-8 and struck him out. Strikeout number 1 for Guidry. That's what you expect in a league like this. Here's Christian Guzman, 274 hitter, 8 homers, 46 RBIs. Munson sets the target. Guidry looks in. Here's the pitch to Guzman. And now be a 1-8 fly ball to center. Rivers is there, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. And now here is Torrey Hunter, 271, 23 homers, 81 RBIs. Munson sets in. Guidry with a big windup, and here's the pitch to Torrey Hunter. 4-8 and struck him out. 2 strikeouts for Ron Guidry. 1/2 inning of play, no score. We welcome you to Yankee Stadium. The Twins take the field. On the mound is their number one star, Johan Santana. 20-6, 2.61 ERA, 156 hits, 228 innings, 265 strikeouts, 54 walks. He gives up 24 home runs. He's a 1R, so he's pretty much even across the board. For the Twins, it's Ford, Hunter, Jones, all really good. Koski, Guzman, Rivas, LaCroix, pretty good there. Blanco behind the plate has a little bit of an arm. Santana's a -4 as a hold. Doesn't feel that well, but it shouldn't matter here. Yankee lineup is what you imagine. Rivers, Randolph, Munson. Jackson's your DH because it's how important games are. You want your best team out there. So Piniella will get the start against lefties in right field. Chambliss, White, Nettles, and Dent against the tough lefty Johan. Johan's a lefty 1R, which means he's balanced both ways. Randolph gets started, and here we go. Blanco behind the plate sets the target. Santana looks in. Here's the pitch to Randolph. 4-11 base hit left field. So the 78 Yanks and Willie Randolph is on. He's a 1-13 to get the lead, so he may jump at this. Here's the run, and he just gets thrown out. So Henry Blanco throws a strike, and Rivas puts down the tag. So here's Mickey Rivers, 265, 1148. So Santana races Rivers off the base pass. Blanco sits in the target. Santana with the windup. Here's the pitch to Rivers. 3-9, pop the first. LaCroix with the play, 2 outs. I was actually on a liner. Here's the captain, Thurman Munson, 297, 6-71. Blanco sets the target. Santana with a big windup. Here's the pitch to Munson, and that's a 1-9 fly ball left field. Ford's there, makes the catch, and the Yankees are out in the first. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. 1 man thrown out stealing. We played 1. This is your number 1 starting rotation league. Who is the best heavyweight starter of all time? Yankees nothing, Twins nothing. Ron Guidry takes them out for round number 2 of a 9-round fight. It's Corey Koski, 251, 25, 71. This is a league, but not a tournament, remember. So it could have a 3-game series, and 3 games will be Johan versus Guidry. So again, anything could possibly happen. Munson sets the target. Guidry looks in. Koski, good ball player, left-handed hitter with power. 5-6 and 5 all the center. Rivers is there, makes the catch, and there's 1 out. Here is Michael Kadire, always hitter who is going to hit lefties, 263, 17 and only 45 runs batted him. Munson sets in the target. Guidry looks in. Here's the windup to Kadire, and that's a 6-4 ground ball to third. That's Nettles. He's a 1. Should be able to make the play. Oh, he just gets it there. Chambliss off the glove and makes the play. Here is Jacques Jones. He's a 254 hitter, 24 and 80. Good power both sides of the plate. He is a 1R. Munson sets in the target. Guidry looks in. Here's the windup, the Jacques Jones. 6-8, pop to second. Randolph is there. 6 Twins up, 6 Twins down. We go to the bottom of the second round here in this heavyweight fight. No score between the Twins and the Yanks. Here is Jackson getting his first start, 274, 27, 97. Blanco sets the target in. Santana with the windup. Here's the pitch to Jackson. 6-9, struck him out. So Johan Santana gets his first K. And here's Louis Piniella, 314, 6-69. Blanco sets in the target. Santana with a huge windup and deals to Piniella. 5-5 and struck him out. Santana with 2 big blows in a row and sends the Yanks to the ropes looking for the knockout. Here is Chris Chambliss. Chambliss the batter, 274, 12 and 90. Blanco sets the target. Santana gets a sign from Blanco. Here's the pitch to Chambliss. 3-7 and Chris Chambliss skies the deep right field. Back goes Hunter, goes up and makes the catch. Great catch by Torrey Hunter. We play 2, no score. This heavyweight fight in the first game of the season. Top of the third going in. I hope we get more people coming in to understand the concepts. Here is Matt LaCroix. He's a 269 hitter, 9 and 39. Munson the hitter here. Again, LaCroix, more of a lefty killer, so we'll see how he does against Guidry. Guidry looks in, gets the sign from Munson. Here's the pitch to LaCroix, and that's a 3-7 ground ball to short. He dead rolled him. Dead's got it, throws it. The first thing got him. He threw it off speed. and he got underneath. There's Luis Rivas, 256, 10, and 34. Little speed from Luis, has some power. Munson sets the target in. Guidry looks in. Here's the pitch to Rivas. Rivas on a 4-7 and walked him. So first base runner for the Twins. Here is Henry Blanco. 1-12 running is Rivas. We'll see how the Twins go about this. Blanco is a 205 hitter, 10 home runs, does have power versus lefties. Munson sets in. Guidry from runner on first and 1 out. Here's the pitch. 6-8 fly ball left field. White's there, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here is Louis Ford. So Ford, the batter, he's for 1. He struck out his first time up. Guidry's gotten 2 strikeouts. First to first, 9 Twins up. Munson sets in. Guidry with a big windup. Here's the pitch to Ford. 1-7 ground ball short. Dent flips to Randolph and ends the third. No runs, no hits, so walk. 1 left. We go to the bottom of the third. No score as we go in Yankee Stadium. Third of a 9-round fight, possibly more if we go extra innings. Bottom of the third. Exciting ball game here. It'll be Roy White, followed by Greg Nettles and Bucky Dent for the Yanks here in the third against Johan Santana. Blanco sets in. Santana looks in. Here's the pitch to White. 4-4, fly ball left field. Ford's there, makes the catch and 1 away. Here is Greg Nettles, 276, 27, 93. He's got to be an influence on this team. Yankees don't have a lot of power. They have to get by know-how, guts, and tradition. Jackson, Nettles need to be big players on this team. Munson didn't have a great power year. He's a 3L, so he's going to need to hit these lefties when they get him in this rotation. Blanco sets in. Santana with a windup. Here's the pitch. 6-7. That's a line drive to Rivas. 2 outs, and here's Bucky F. and Dent. Bent 243, 5 homers, 40 RBIs. Number one fighter out of the Beantown area is Pedro Martinez, and I believe the 1999 Sox or 2000. I went for the second less filthy Pedro with the better Red Sox team. So that team will score more and probably support Pedro in a longer season. Blanco sets in. Santana looks in. Here's the pitch to Dent. 2-9 ground ball to short. Guzman throws him out. 3 up, 3 down. Another side note of the league, no starters, I think, will appear more than once. So pitchers like Randy Johnson, better year in Seattle, stays in Seattle. Arizona end up dumbing down, I guess, and going to Brandon Webb. They probably could have gone to the better team in 2001 and gone Schilling. That could have been interesting. Worst team in this league by far is a 1972 Philadelphia Philly. That's right. Lefty Steve Carlton will be in this. We will see if he can take the absolute worst Philly team and pitch to his arm drops and see if he can support a Philly team. And this is why you do something like this. The heavyweight fighters we consider to be a heavy underdog because the team sucks. But I think Carlton had almost 40% of the wins that year or something psycho like that. So you're going to see some interesting matchups. I didn't have a great Dodger team, so I couldn't do a Koufax. That's why we're going the 81 Fernando route. Munson sets in. Guidry with the big windup. Here's the pitch to Guzman. That's a 5-6 and struck him out. That is the third glancing blow from Guidry. He's looking for the knockout here in the Twins. In the 4th inning, 1 out in the 4th. Twins so far looking for hit number 1. Here's Torrey Hunter. He's 0 for 1. He struck out. Munson sets the target. Guidry with the windup. Here's the pitch to Torrey Hunter. 3-8 base hit right field. First hit for the Twins. So now Torrey Hunter's a 1-12. He wants to steal 1 out in the 4th. Here's Corey Koski. He's 0 for 1. He flied out. Munson sets the target. Guidry working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Koski. And that's a 4-7 ground ball to second. Should be 2. Randolph's gotten it. Oh, he does not make the play. Can't get it out of the glove. Flips it to Dent and gets the fielder's choice. I'll come back and bite you. 2 outs now with Koski. At first, it gives Michael Kadire a chance. Again, Kadire's always known to hit lefties a little more thoroughly in his career. Munson sets him, gets the target down. Guidry looks in, runner on first and 2 outs, and here's the pitch to Kadire. And that's a 4-4. That's trouble. Base hit. Koski will go to third. So the missed double play keeps the twin inning alive. First and third, 2 outs in the fourth. Here is Jacques Jones. Popped out his first time out. First and third, 2 outs here in the fourth. Twins now with 2 hits. Munson goes out, talks to Guidry. Every out is important. Can't afford to lose these 1-0 games, because you may have a 3-game series against the same team and face the same pitcher 3 times. Munson sets in, puts the target down. Guidry from the stretch, first and third, 2 outs. Pitch to Jacques Jones. Struck him out. Big strikeout for Guidry. We go to the bottom of the fourth. No score in this heavyweight fight. Guidry versus Santana. Again, if we have some viewers now here, again, this is the number 1 starters league. So we welcome you, everyone, in. Again, we're taking the number 1 starter from most every franchise, taking their best team and the number 1 starter, and they're the ones who are only going to pitch in a full season. So we're going to have days rest after every game, so everyone's refreshed, and we're going to fight again. We're going to have heavyweight fights every time. So a 3-game series may see Ron Guidry against Pedro Martinez for a 3-game series, 3 games. So you're going to see some absolute barn burners, as we always have a heavyweight fighting type segment here, as you'll have the greatest starters pitching against the greatest starters always. And we'll see whose bullpen can survive, who has the best team, and whose team, even though they're bad, can actually support. That's why they say, who is the Cy Young and MVP? Who's the most important to their team? Well, this game and this season will prove that otherwise. Here's Willie Randolph. He's 1 for 1. Has the Yankee only hit. He got thrown out stealing his first time up. Blanco sets the sign. Johan Santana with the windup. Here's a pitch to Randolph. 2-8, ground ball to third. Dead rolled Willie. Koski with the play, 1 away. He may have swung that ball 4 there. Here's Mickey Rivers. Rivers 0 for 1. Blanco sets the target. Santana with the windup. The pitch to Rivers. 4-9, ground ball to short. That's Guzman. He's at 214. These teams are good defensively. Throws in the dirt, and it's dug up by Chambliss. Dug up by LaCroix, 2 away. Oh, my. That's 2 outs. And that's okay. It looks like there was a possible injury on the play. Oh, okay. No, it actually went off Santana Guzman. So let's see. It rolled between the mound and short. Guzman barehanded. It just nips Rivers at first. Let's see about Santana. He seems like he's okay. Oh, it hit Santana. Okay. And he picks it up and throws him out. So luckily Santana's out. 2 outs in the fourth. Here is Munson. He's 0 for 1. He flied out his first time up. Blanco sets in the target. Santana with the windup. Here's the pitch to Munson. 4-6, ground ball to short. Guzman throws him out. We have 4 rounds in the books, and we've gone to the judges. So far, too close to call. Let's go to the top of the 5th. No score here at Yankee Stadium. Top of the 5th inning here. Again, a true top-ranked fight here. Santana and Guidry both taking not many blows so far. It's been a defensive fight. Minnesota's only given up 2. Minnesota's gotten 2 hits, while the Yankees have 1. 5th inning, it'll be LaCroix, followed by Rivas and Blanco. Munson sets in the target. Guidry looks in, and the wind-up to LaCroix. And that's a 2-11 ground ball back to Guidry. Boy, he's got in his glove. He picks it up, waits, throws out the Chambliss, 1 away. Here's Luis Rivas. Rivas 0 for 1. He walked his last time up and one of the few twin base runners. They've had 3 today. Munson sets in the target. Guidry with the windup. Here's the pitch to Rivas. 1-6, ground ball to second. Randolph's got it. Gets it. Sets himself. Throws to Chambliss for the second out in the 5th. And here's Blanco. Blanco's 0 for 1. Munson sets in the target. Guidry with the big windup. And here's the pitch to Blanco. 1-10 and walked him. So a 2-out walk to Blanco. Here's Louis Ford. He struck out and ground out. Munson sets in the target now. Guidry working for the stretch, one for the second or third time today. Looks back at Blanco. He's got no speed. He's not really worried about him. Here's the pitch to Ford. 1-5 base hit left field. White gets it back in. White with the noodle arm, but Blanco will stop at second. That's the thing. Yankees do not have top guns in the outfield. White's a +3, and Rivas is a +1. That's why you sometimes put Jackson in right and maybe DH White in this case, because this one run can't cost you the fight, as they say. So Blanco at second and Ford at first, 2 on, 2 outs. And here's Christian Guzman. He's 0 for 2. He's flied out and struck out. So here we go. Munson sets in the target. Guidry, first and second, 2 out. Here's the pitch to Guzman. 1-7, ground ball to short. Dent flips it to Randolph, ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We're still scoreless here at the stadium. A typical great first fight of the season for both these tremendous number 1 fighters, and of course nothing is happening. Here's the DH Reggie Jackson 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. It'll be Pinella and Chambliss against Johan Santana. Blanco sets in the target. Santana with the windup. Here's the pitch to Reggie. 2-7, fly ball right field. Jacques Jones is there, makes the catch, and 1 away. Here is Lou Pinella. He's 0 for 1. Blanco sets in, puts down the target. Santana with the windup. Here's the pitch to Pinella. 5-7, struck him out. Johan Santana, tough so far. 2 outs in the 5th. Here's Chris Chambliss. Santana getting the big blows here. Three big Ks through 4 2/3 for Johan. Here's Chambliss. He's 0 for 1. Flied out his last time up. Home run opportunity his last time up, but he missed it. Blanco sets in the target. Santana with the windup. Here's the pitch to Chambliss. 4-3, fly ball right field. Jacques Jones at 3-2. Does he come up with it? Yes, he does. Yankees down in the 5th. Santana strong through 5. It is no score. Typical games you're going to get these number 1 versus number 1 starter games. And again, that's all you're going to see in this league is they're going to come back again full rest in game 2, and they're going to battle each other again. So you can have up to 3 rematches a year, and if they play their division opponents 18 times, you might see Guidry and Pedro fight 18 times during the season. So you're going to see some terrific baseball if you like pitching. Top of the 6th, here is Torrey Hunter, 1 for 2. Munson sets in the target. Guidry with the big windup. Here's the pitch to Hunter. And that's a 5-5, struck him out looking. So Torrey Hunter with his second K. That's 5 for Guidry. Here's Koski. He's 0 for 2. Fly out and force out his first time up. Munson sets down the target. Guidry with the big windup. Here's the pitch to Koski. 6-4, ground ball to third. That's Nettles. That's where they got an advantage. Throws him out to away. So Guidry's on a third. That makes me more comfortable. And now here's Michael Kadire. He's 1 for 2. It's 1 for 2 with a single. Has one of the Twins' 3 hits. Yankees only got 1 hit. That was by Randolph, but he was erased on the caught stealing. Munson sets in the target. Guidry looks in. Here's the windup to Kadire. And that's a 110. That's a line drive to deep left field off the wall. White will play it in. Kadire has the first extra base hit, and he gets the first blow on Guidry. Almost knocks him against the ropes. Runner on second, 2 outs. The Twins will try to get a 2-out rally going. Here's Jacques Jones, 0 for 2. So now Guidry trying to survive this 6th inning. Munson puts down the target and taps the glove. Guidry from the stretch. Kadire getting a lead off second. They're playing Jacques Jones over to the right, so they're not gonna guard Kadire, but he will get that 2 out. He'll get that +2 advantage and the +1 advantage for not being held. So Kadire could be a 16, turning third on a base hit. Munson sets in. Guidry from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Jacques Jones. 3-9, fly ball left field. Roy White's there, makes the catch, and the Twins strand a runner on 6. So Guidry comes off, takes a glancing blow. It was a tough one. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. So far, Santana leads it on the cards, but we play to a winner. There's no decisions here in baseball. Bottom of the 6th, no score. Twins 0-4-0. The Yankees 0-4-1, playing the bottom of the 6th inning. So here we go. Be White followed by Nettles and Dent here in the 6th. So basically, Johan Santana has pitched in a minimum. Blanco sets in the target. Santana with the windup. Here's the pitch to White. 2-5, ground ball to third. Koski's got it, throws him out. And basically, Johan Santana is fighting a Floyd Mayweather fight. He is actually fighting a perfect fight against this Yankee team. He's made only one mistake, and that was a leadoff hit to Randolph, and he was erased. And right now, he's pitched to the minimum through 5 1/3. Blanco sets the target. Santana looks in. Here's the pitch to Nettles. And that's a 3-7 fly ball right field. Jacques Jones is there, makes the catch. This is what I worry about this Yankee team. Is there enough punch on the offense to survive a long season with Guidry on the mound? Here is Bucky Dent. He's 0 for 1. 2 outs in the 6th. Blanco puts down the target. Santana with the big pitch and the Dent. And that's a 2-7 fly ball center. Johan has pitched to the minimum. We played 6, no score. Through 6, Twins 0-4-0, Yankees 0-1-0. Stats through 6. Here is your punch stats. Johan Santana, 6 innings, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts. Guidry, 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Cuddyer has the only extra base hit, and that's a double. For the Twins, Cuddyer is 2 for 3 hits by Hunter and Ford. Only hit of the game by the Yanks is Randolph in the 1st. We go to the top of the 7th inning of this possible 9-round fight. Of course, we'll wave to a winner and have extra frames. Here is the top of the 7th, no score. Both teams battling each other. Here is Matt LaCroix. He's 0 for 2. Munson puts down the target. Guidry looks in. Here's the pitch to LaCroix. And that's a 1-3-5 ball to center. Rivers is there. Waits makes the catch. 1 out in the 7th. And here is Rivas. He's 0 for 1 with a walk back in the 3rd. Munson puts down the target. Guidry with the big windup. Here's the pitch to Rivas. That's a 3-3. Got on the first. Chambliss has got it. Goes to the bag. 2 outs. Blanco steps up. We're probably, if this game goes fast after I make some food, everything else may play later. And I want to play the 1985 Mets versus, I believe, the 2000 or 1999 Sox. So we'll be Dwight Gooden against Pedro Martinez in the opener. So another talking about a heavy-duty fight that's going to be. We'll see again who can survive this type of season. Blanco in the 7th. Munson puts down the target. Guidry with the big windup. Here's the pitch to Blanco. 6-6 and struck him out. Guidry has himself a great 7th inning. Let's go to the bottom of the 7th. Guidry says, I can do that. Can you do better? Here is Randolph. Again, a classic West Side Story battle between 2 gangs of #1 starters. Guidry representing Louisiana, Johan Santana representing the Dominican Republic. As we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and has been a fight here. Johan Santana pitching the absolute perfect fight, giving up a Randolph hit in the 1st, and that's been it, while Guidry's given up 4 hits and 2 walks so far, but there's no score here in the 7th. Blanco sets the sign. Santana looks on. Here's a pitch to Guidry. Here's a pitch to Santana. Struck him out. Randolph didn't get it. Oh, boy, this Yankee team can struggle if they can't hit. As Santana, here is Mickey Rivers, 0 for 2. When you play a series, there's not going to be a starter. That's going to be an easy one for you. These are their #1 starters, probably off their best teams. Only teams that could come across as not being #1 is your, I believe, like the 05 Angels, where they have Bartolo Colon, because the Angels never had a true ace. Someone they can put their, I'm not going to find, they didn't have the true one to go at you. Blanco sets the target, and Santana looks in. 1 out in the 7th. Rivers 0 for 2, almost wants to drop down a bunt. Here's a pitch to Rivers. 3-4, pop to 2nd. Rivas is there. 2 outs in the 7th, and you got Johan, Floyd, Mayweather, Santana fighting the absolute perfect fight. Here's Blanco, goes out, talks to Santana. Munson, a great hitter versus lefties. This is a situation where Munson needs to take over and have a big hit here. Blanco puts down the target. Santana with the windup. Here's the pitch to Munson. 3-10 fly ball left field. Ford's there, makes the catch. Another 3 up, 3 down inning. We go to the 8th inning. No score. Wow. #1 battle. Almost going to the scorecards here. Minnesota 0-4-0. Yankees 0-1-0. Again, Santana pitching to the minimum, only giving up 1 hit in the game. Here's Louis Ford. Now will Hal take out Santana? Will be the problem if he does. Oh, can the Yankees beat up this Twin bullpen? They got Joe Nathan. Will he be asked to pitch multiple innings? And again, you'll get your pitchers back. So again, that's a situation you may want to look at. So Munson sets in. I mean, if this was my game, Santana doesn't come out, but I'm playing as the Yankees. So Hal is taking over. I made these teams kind of a computer manager on some of them. Minnesota was looking at. So Santana could come out because he is a 7 starter here. Munson sets in the target. Here is Guidry. Here's the windup to Ford. And that's a 3-11 ground ball second. Randolph's got it. Goes to first. Here's Guzman. So the Twins basically want to score one for Johan here and see if they can get him a win. Otherwise, he may have a no decision going to the top of the 8th. Munson sets down the target. Guidry with the big windup. Here's the pitch to Guzman. He struck him out. Guidry does not want any of that. He has 7 through 7 2/3. Here is Torrey Hunter, 1 for 3. Munson puts down the target. Guidry with the big breath. There's the pitch to Torrey Hunter. 4-8 and struck him out. Johan Santana comes out and pitches the 8th. It is no score. We play the bottom of the 8th inning in a classic matchup. And now it'll be Reginald Martinez Jackson talking about a fighter versus a fighter. Number 44, 0 for 2. Struck out and flied out. Santana has pitched in a minimum. Blanco sets the target in. Santana, the big wind up the pitch to Jackson. 4-12, base hit for Jackson. So he gets the first hit since the first inning. Jackson's on board, and here's Lou Piniella. Jackson is being held at first. So Lou Piniella may try to hit and run here. That would make him an A hit and run, and we're going to take that chance. So a hit and run for Piniella. Blanco puts down the sign. Santana working from the stretch only for the second time today. Here's the pitch. Hit and run is called, and that's a drive to right field. Jackson won't know. Rivas with a nice play. Picks it up. Throws it to Lucroy, and Jackson will move over. The Yankees are trying to play a little small ball in 1978. Trying to get that one. You may win a lot of games 1-0 in this league. Here's Chambliss, 0 for 2. Runner on second, 1 out. Johan Santana trying to get through the 8th. Blanco sets in. Santana from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Chambliss. 3-5, base hit Chambliss. Jackson scores. Yankees lead 1-0. There you go. Chambliss with one of the big hits you're going to get. They only got 3 hits in this ball game, and that's one of the biggest of the game. Here's Roy White. He's 0 for 2. Blanco sets down the target now. Santana struggling a little bit. He's 1 hit away probably from fatiguing. Here's the pitch to White, and that's a 6-7 and struck him out 2 away. Here's Nettles. He's 0 for 2. Can Santana finish 8 and hopefully the Twins can bail him out? Blanco sets down the target. Santana, runner on first and 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Nettles. 6-10 ground ball center field. That's Hunter. He's a 1, comes up, makes the catch, and we go to the 9th. The Yankees get what they needed, a run in the 8th. It's now 1-0 Yanks. We go to the 9th. It'll be Koski, Kadire, and Jacques Jones as the Twins try to battle here. Can the Twins, it's #1 starters league in this World Heavyweight Fighter League, where the #1 starters will pitch every single game, which means full rest will be given at the end of every day so the starters can return to see who the best #1 starter is on their particular team. As we go to the 9th inning, Ron Guidry has survived Johan Santana. The Yankees 1 run on 3 hits, while the Twins no runs on 4 hits. It'll be Koski, Kadire, and Jacques Jones, lefty, righty, lefty, against Guidry going for the complete game. Munson sets in the target. Guidry, let's go. Here is the pitch to Koski. And that's a 6-6 line drive at Nettles, 1 away in the 9th. Here's Kadire. He's been the only thorn to Guidry today. 2 for 3 with a double. Munson sets down the target, and Guidry with the big windup. Here's the pitch to Kadire. 5-2 and struck him out. Slider away. 2 outs in the 9th. Guidry's 1 out away. He's got 9 strikeouts. He wants 10. Here is Jacques Jones. He's 0 for 3. He struck out once already. Munson puts down the side. Fans on their feet here in the stadium. Guidry looking for the knockout here against the Twins and going the complete game. Here's a pitch to Jacques Jones. 5-12. Ground ball back to Guidry. Throws the Chambliss. Yankees win. Holy cow. Ron Guidry gets the first win of the season. And of course, it was by 1-0. Guidry goes 9 innings, 4 hits, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Johan Santana, this might be a year of 1-0 losses for Johan. 0-1, 8 innings, 3 hits, did not give up a hit. His second hit to the 8th inning, that's when he gave up the hit to Jackson, hit and run situation for Piniella, and then Chris Chambliss with a game-winning RBI in the 8th. So he gave up 3 hits, 1 run that was earned, struck out 5, and took the bad loss. Oh my goodness! If you had Santana and 1 run in the over/under, you would have lost or tied. Only 1 run here in the opener. Yankees win 1-0, 1-3-0. Twins 0-4-0. The Twins 4 for 31. You're not going to have a lot of good batting averages in this league, I bet. If you do, you're going to win this game. You're going to win this league. If you can score and support your number 1 starter, you will be, of course, you'll be the best team. But you're going to have, some of these starters are so good, though. The Yankees went 3 for 26. They went horribly, a run and an RBI, but they got the hit that needed. Chambliss with the game winner. Yankees win 1-0. Well, let's go and see if anything's going on in Chatland. And ladies and gentlemen, like I said, later on, I'm going to go over the rest of the league so I can tell you what's going on. Basically, everyone comes back and pitches every single day. So please stay put. So it'll be the Tigers and Reds. So that's Justin Verlander versus Gary Nolan. Gary Nolan, again, the Reds did not have a lot of depth in their franchise of a number 1 starter. Justin Verlander, to me, was the best pitcher on a best Tiger team. Then it's the 90 Pirates taking on the 72 Phillies. That's right, that god-awful Philly team gets the Buccos. It's Drabek and Carlton. And then Toronto and Oakland, because Boston went with Pedro, Toronto got a chance to take Roger. So the Rocket and the 98 Blue Jays take on the 71 A's and Vita Blue. And then it'll be the 2010 Rockies, not a good team. Abaldo Jimenez, really good card, good year, takes on the Chicago Cubs. 2015, Jake Arrieta, what a year he had. Brandon Webb, they kind of came off as the bad team in the circus because Randy Johnson went to the Mariners. So Brandon Webb, to me, the other best starter in their franchise, takes on the St. Louis Cardinals and Mr. Bob Gibson. Mets, Red Sox. Gooden, Pedro. Enough said. It's 85 Gooden, 99 or 2000 Pedro. That will probably be later on today. Then Madison Bumgarner, the Mad Bum in 2016 San Francisco, takes on the LA Angels, and I got to change that to their actual starter. And that's going to be Bartolo Colon. Then the Atlanta Braves, 1994, Greg Maddux takes on Blake Snell, and a 2018, I believe, Rays. And then the Cleveland Indians, a very good offensive team, Corey Kluber will take on Mike Cuellar of the 69 Orioles. And the 82 Brewers, Pete Vukovich, takes on the 81 Los Angeles Dodgers. What I did, again, I put Milwaukee in the AL West, and I put the Houston Astros in the NL Central, I believe, because I'm using an Astro NL team instead of one of their current teams. We'll get to that in a minute. Then the Washington Senators and Max Scherzer takes on Jake Peavy and the Padres. The Florida Marlins, Kevin Brown and Mike Scott. That's a fantastic matchup. 96 Kevin Brown, 86 Mike Scott. Then it's Randy Johnson, Lamar Hoyt. That's a battle of fighters, as it's the 95 Mariners and the 83 White Sox from Chicago. And then the 85 Royals and Brett Saberhagen takes on the 74 Rangers. Brett Saberhagen and Fergie Jenkins. These are the only starters you're going to see in this entire league, folks. If you're looking for another rotation, this is it. One starter's come back. They get the day's rest. For 4 or 5 days rest, they come back and we replay it again, Sam, as we're going to see again with one starter going in rotation, whose team and whose starter, or whose fighter in this case, is going to be the best of all time. Well, the Yankees win the opener in a classic 1-0 game. We'll try to come back again, and it will the Red Sox and Nets, and it's White Gooden on the mound taking on Mr. Pedro Martinez. Thank you for coming in. Again, this has been a presentation of the Sports Time Machine, as we're bringing you the #1 Starters League here with Stratomatic Baseball.